welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today we're talking all about goals and goal setting and what are realistic goals for you. So when a client comes to me, we set two kinds of goals. We set smaller goals, short-term goals, and longer goals, or larger goals. So the two goals that we set, small and large, they're both SMART goals. So a SMART goal is a goal that is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time sensitive or time specific. So what does that really mean? Well, that means that we set goals that are realistic for that specific person in an amount of time that makes sense to reach that specific goal. So for example, if a client comes to me and says, hey, I want to lose 50 pounds, that's my long-term goal. Okay, write that down as a long-term goal. Is that measurable? Yes. Is it attainable? Yes. It's specific, it's a number, and it's time sensitive. We're not going to necessarily put a time limit on that because it varies from person to person, but it can be measured with time. So what we're going to do is we're going to set those smaller goals that we just talked about first, and we're going to set them for each week and for each month, and we're going to set those goals in order to reach the greater goal of losing 50 pounds. So a small goal might be something like packing a lunch 2 times a week, getting to the gym or 2-3 days a week. Maybe it's drinking more water than you're used to. Maybe it's cutting down the number of soda cans you drink or the number of snacks that you have in between your meals that maybe aren't the healthiest choice. So whatever those smaller goals may be that we work on for you, those are what we're going to set for you to reach your longer term goal of losing 50 pounds. So you may have set goals for yourself in the past and felt very frustrated if you don't reach them, or maybe you feel like, I want to give up, I want to fail. Well, the reason that you may not be reaching your goals is they might not be SMART goals. They might not be realistic for you in the time frame that you're setting. Or they might not be realistic at all. So if you're somebody that says, I'm going to lose 10 pounds in the next 5 days, well, there's a lot of factors that go into that. But why is that not realistic? In a healthy, sustainable way, losing about half a pound to 2 pounds a week is going to be something that you can maintain for a long period of time. So if you're losing 10 pounds per week, which I don't really know how you would do that because you would really have to not be eating, which is very unhealthy and unsafe, you're not going to necessarily reach that goal. So you might wake up on Monday and say, today's the day, I'm going to lose my 10 pounds by Friday or Sunday. Friday or Sunday comes and you look at the scale and it's not 10 pounds lower. So you want to give up. That is not correct. That is not the way that you want to set your goals, because then you're setting yourself up to feel like you're failing, when in reality, the goal itself was the problem. The problem is not you. It is the goal that you're setting. So the problem with setting these unrealistic goals that are not SMART goals is that you're not setting yourself up to be successful. So the SMART goals that my clients and I set, we're setting those up in a way that every week we're working on something else to get them to that long-term goal, so they feel like they are succeeding, but they also feel like every week they have something to work on, they have something to reach toward that ultimate long-term goal. If you're setting something for yourself that isn't realistic and you feel like, I just can't do this, I'm not succeeding, that is not setting yourself up for long-term success. So we want to make sure that we take our goals and we look at each one and we say, are they specific? Are they measurable? Are they attainable? Are they realistic? And are they time sensitive? Can you put a time on them if you have to? So for this week, I'm going to challenge you to take a notebook, take a whiteboard, whatever it is you might have to write down, whatever you look at in the morning, maybe a paper you put on your fridge, and put down just one goal, one specific goal for the week that you would like to reach, that you would like to work toward. And while you're writing that one goal, think, is this a SMART goal? Is this something that is realistic for me? Can I reach this goal this week? So it also is very individualized and personalized. If you're somebody that works 2 jobs, maybe you're up at 6 in the morning, you don't get back until 9 p.m., you cannot say, I'm going to go to the gym 5 days this week, unless you can leave work and go for an hour at lunch. But for most of us, that would be a very tough goal. If you're working, 14 hours a day, 5 days a week, I don't know if you can get to the gym 5 days. If you can, you're a superhero. But I think that you have to set smaller goals. So maybe I'm home this weekend. I can go for a walk for 30 minutes. Maybe I'm going to walk my dog. Maybe I'll walk with a friend. If you're somebody that jogs, maybe, I'll go for a 10, 15, 20-minute jog. That is a set specific goal that you can put on your whiteboard, put on your fridge, wherever it may be, and work toward that one goal. And if you start with those small goals week after week and you can stick to them and you're seeing, hey, this is working, I'm succeeding, I'm reaching these goals, I'm taking action with them, that is how you're going to make sustainable change that will last, that you're going to make habit changes. It's not just going to be a one-time thing. So I'm challenging you to take any goal that you've had in the past that you know this is too much, it's not realistic, it doesn't work for me, and use that to change the way you view your goals and your mindset toward achieving them, and create a new one and test it out and see how you do. And then let me know in the comments.